Control. Alpha Team.
Greetings Guardians, Wayne here and welcome to another video and welcome to the first of many, as I hope, Destiny videos. People have been asking me, will I be doing content on the video on Destiny, will I be doing live commentaries and that sort of thing. So here's some content for you, here's a start. People have also been asking me, what do I think of Destiny, have I been enjoying it or not. One friend of mine said to me, Wayne, you've been playing a lot of Destiny recently, have you abandoned Assassin's Creed? I kid you not, he really said that and I slapped him for blasphemy. But yeah, people have been asking me what do I think, so I figured I'd put this video together, just me doing a bit of a brief commentary, talking about the game, so you could almost call this a review. Though personally, I would call this a first impressions, basically because I don't feel from launch Destiny is actually a finished game. Why, it will become apparent as we go through, but first, the gameplay. We are in the Crucible, which is the PvP element of Destiny. This is Control, which is a capture the flag mode, where basically you move from flag to flag, capture it, and you kill anyone and anything that crosses your path. It's relatively simple. I'm running as the Hunter, which is my primary class. It's my only class, to be honest with you. I don't run as anything else. I love the Hunter. It's very twitch shooter based. It's got some stealth elements. It's for precision aiming, really, because you've got throwing knives, you've got this awesome fire gun, and you've got a bit of stealth and teleport stuff in there as well, where you can go invisible and you can teleport around the map, and it's really cool. And I'm purple, which is great. You can see which one's me at the start. I'm the one in black and purple, and I've got like this digital hub radar, like targeting thing, like right in front of my face. You can't miss it. And I've got a blue assault rifle. But yeah, anyway, Destiny. Where do I begin with Destiny? Wow. When Destiny was first revealed, it was kind of flaunted as this first-person shooter MMO world. It had the MMO heart of, you know, World of Warcraft, Star Wars The Old Republic, but with the spine of Halo. This big epic sci-fi opus that expands across multiple planets, and you get to see all these beautiful lavish worlds, and you get to build your character, you get to battle and fight evil and all this stuff, and it sounded completely great. And in the end, the final product kind of lives up to that, but not really. It is actually a very weak shadow of what many of us expected, actually, including myself. Destiny's very ambivalent. It doesn't know what it wants to do. I mean, like, it's not really, it's a shooter, it's a very good shooter, mind you, but it's not really an MMO because it's not all that massive. It's quite small, and you know, the best way I could describe this is that it's a first-person shooter social MMO experience. That's the best way I can describe this game. And yeah, and to be fair, just trying to describe it is the start of so many problems with Destiny. The story is non-existent. What story there is given to you in a few cutscenes. The best one by far is in the first 5 minutes, where you get the most exposition, funny enough, and you think, oh, this is going to be a great world and a great place to explore, but in the end, there's no real character development. You don't meet any other characters, and when you do meet other characters, the conversations don't really go there. One or two of them actually set up DLC, which is unfortunate, and the world just doesn't feel lived in. From the you go to the tower and it's full of other players and it's full of NPC vendors, but apart from that, the world itself is as bare as a stripper's backside. Like let's face it, it really is. Like there's all there is bad guys to shoot. There's no NPCs. There's no non-threatening characters. There's no characters to actually talk to out in the world. It's rather unfortunate. It just feels bare bones. It really does, and it feels like they had this grand opus in mind, but whether it was due to time, budget, or because they were spending too much of time and budget trying to make beautiful skyboxes, half it was probably removed and then half it was saved for DLC. I mean, like, there are some features in here which you would think would be in some kind of MMO, player trading for one, or some kind of auction house, guild banks, which is basically your vault, but there's one for your entire clan. All these little bits and pieces which kind of feel like they're missing from this solid social experience. And the story itself is just a mess. It really, really is. Like, nothing's answered. All the questions you have are never answered. Like, who is the speaker really? Who is he? What does he do? What is the traveler? Is this a living planet? Is it like that weird the living planet Green Lantern, or what? Is it an entity? Is it machine? Is it organic? You don't really know, and nothing's really explained to you actually in the game. And it's like, if you want to know half of this stuff or know anything about the world or what's going on, you've got to do it online, where it's like you've got to turn off the game, you've got to break your immersion from the world, and then go to Bungie.net and read a load of stupid files and text documents which you kind of unlock in the game by actually progressing through it, by completing little challenges. And I think it's insulting. I think it's rude. I think it's very obnoxious. The idea is like, oh, to know more about this game, you have to go onto our website, and it's very obnoxious and very rude, and I think it's really cheeky. You know, it's like, why not just have it in the game? I mean, you've got Ghost, which is voiced by Peter Dinklage. He's a little computer. At the start of every mission, he gives you some exposition, so clearly he knows what's going on. Why can't he just tell you, why can't he just have a big massive database where you can just read it? You know, whatever. Anyway, moving on, the game's a grind. If you're an MMO fan, you may like this. If you're a fan of grinding for hours and hours for loot just to get the awesome gear, just so you can fight more tougher players in PvP, you'll like this. If you're a Call of Duty player, not too sure, even though it's a great shooter, the Destiny in and of its core is a great shooter. It's a real enjoyable shooter. The mechanics are sound, the game flows brilliantly, the netcode is awesome, so there's only on rare occasion will you get hit behind cover. Because like it incorporates all the traversity and all the double and triple jumps, I'm surprised how well the shooter mechanics are actually crafted in PvP. Excuse me. So yeah, it flows really well, though it is a grind to unlock every bit of gear, and some people will get very fed up with it very quickly. I mean, the leveling up system is cut into two parts, where the first part up to level 20 is standard XP, where you play, you gain XP, you level up, and then when you get to level 20, your new leveling up system is built around light, which is a figure tied into your rare, exotic, and legendary armors, where each piece of armor has a certain amount of light, and to level up you have to keep on accumulating that light. So if you have a piece of armor that's 15 and then you find one that's 16, you have to switch it out to the 16 one just to start raising up your levels, so you can get to level 30. And then just grinding for resources to level up your weapons is a nightmare as well. It's a very acquired taste, Destiny. It really is. Like, for those who want to go in and play Crucible alone, like, they'll enjoy the Halo competitive kind of shooter stuff, but the MMO elements for some may be slightly obnoxious and they might not want to do it. For most of the video, I've been beating down on Destiny, but I have to say I really have been enjoying it. It's a fantastic shooter. I've sunk quite a few hours into it. It's definitely a social experience. You have to play this game with friends to experience the most you can out of it, really. If you want to play it lone wolf, you can do. You can play lone wolf in Crucible and that sort of thing. But when it comes to the point where you've got to farm and replay strikes and replay missions just to keep on grinding to get that next bit of gear, if you're playing it lone wolf, you will eventually hit burnout and you will get fed up with it, believe me. Yeah, to get the most out of Destiny, you really have to play this with friends. It definitely is a social experience, and you have to keep on having your friends keep you company as you're doing bounties, missions, strikes, and whatever. I hope between now and the run up to December, like when the first expansion's out, Bungie really start listening to player feedback. They really start taking on board all the things that players, all the content that players want in there. We need more content, we need more raids, we need more strikes, we need more variety to keep us invested in this game. Otherwise, sooner or later, it's going to end up like Titanfall, and it's just going to die. And I don't want to do that. Destiny has so much potential, and I really want to see this game succeed. And for a year from now, I still want to be playing with it and having as much fun as I did day one when I got it. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think? Have you played Destiny? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Are you still on the fence about getting it? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you all. Wayne out. Peace.